Alright, bright and early Friday morning at by the point. They've got 6 boats launched and probably 5 or 6 people fishing along the shoreline. But as you can see, not many people out today. Kind of windy, tide's up. I'm gonna ride around to the other places and see if I can find out what's going on. As you can see, we got fishermen all along the shoreline here. Real nice place to fish. You got trees for shade. They even got little tables that you can eat your lunch on. But they're all along here fishing, folks. Nice place to fish on the shoreline to bring the family. My boy here's got 2 poles out. He's ready. People just enjoying themselves out in the breeze, getting out of the sun, staying cool. Blue crab getting ready for a busy day. We got an east wind this morning. I'm on the Highway 11 bridge. And I guess it's about 6 to 8 it looks like. But if you look over here by the Trestles, it's really not that rough. There's one boat going out over there. We got a boat coming up ahead here fishing the Trestles. He's fishing on the east side. I like fishing the west side. I always fish the west side. Very seldom you're going to find me on the east side of the Trestles. That's the way I was raised with my dad and my brother Eddie. But you got one boat out along here. He's not bobbing up and down too much. Here's another little shoreline fishing spot. It's right south of the Highway 11 bridge on Highway 11. Always see people fishing there. This is the first bridge after you come off the Highway 11 bridge. My dad and I spent many hours here crabbing and fishing. It's got so many fine memories. Last week they had about 7 people on this bridge fishing. So it might be a good place to fish the shoreline from the bridge. Coming up over here is the South boat launch I was talking about. Right here. And you park your truck across the street over there. Somebody fishing over there now. Nice boat launch. It's an Irish Bayou on Highway. Okay folks, this is the second bridge coming from Highway 11 heading to New Orleans. As you can see, it's well fished, and the way everybody's positioned, I would think that the tide might be falling. But man has got him one. Fishing on the bridge, folks, enjoying life. That's a good sign. That's a sign telling me the fish are biting. Get out here and get you an early spot. Coming from Slidell, this is the flood wall here on Highway 11. This wall runs all the way out to Woodmore Garden, that area. This is the wildlife refuge. It's right past the flood wall on Highway 11 on the right hand side. You can launch your boat up here and get back in them bar pits, sockeye, bass, perch. I will caution you, there are a lot of alligators. But it's a beautiful place back up there to fish. They got 2 bar pits back there, maybe 30-40 feet of water. You just got to figure out where to fish and when to fish. But there's a little boat launch right there. It's a federal game reserve, so you can't have a outboard motor over 25 horsepower. This is a bayou that runs from the flood wall towards New Orleans all the way to the junction, Highway 11 and 90. I used to fish in here a lot. Bass, perch, you name it, they had it up in here. Right across over there where you see that cut coming through there, that was my favorite spot to fish. It is loaded with snakes. Unfortunately, the vegetation took it over and grew over it, and the tidal flow was eliminated. So it didn't have water flowing through it for many years. It got all stagnated, and I think everything in there's dead now. I don't think you can find anything in there. It's alive. I would imagine the snakes are still around though. Yeah, that was my favorite place to fish. That cut right there. You know, just right up in there, you just put the boat right up in there. The water would come out, in and out back then, and you just slaughter them. Okay folks, this is South Shore Marine. It's located at the foot of the Chef Bridge. From here you could fish the southeast corner of Lake Pontchartrain. You could take the Chef out to Lake Bourne. You could take the Chef to the Intercoastal, take a right, take you over to Bayou Thomas. You could take the Intercoastal all the way to Bayou Avenue when the Bayou Avenue locks are closed. And if you're in Bayou Thomas and it's not too rough, you could cut across Lake Bourne and hit the castle within 20 minutes. This is South Shore Marine, folks. They do have live shrimp. There's their telephone number to call. You can see they got quite a few boats out there today. It has 2 boat launches. So just you know, be careful where you park your boat at. No parking on no parking signs. You won't cause no problems. But this is a Friday, folks, and it's almost full. So you can imagine what it looks like on a week. Everybody's doing something. Waiting for something to come up. I don't know, folks. Something's going on back there. Dead Man's Curve, folks. Used to have a lot of bass up in there. This is Islands Marine launch, and from here you could launch right into Lake Catherine, which is right out that way. Take a left, you can go into the Wrigley's. Go straight across, you can get in Miller's Ditch. If your boat will fit under that, you can get into the ICW, take a left and go right into the Unknown Pass, or you can get in the ICW and run back up towards the Chef. Or you can take a right and just follow the shoreline. That'll take you to Marquez Canal, which will take you to the Chef. Right now it's a strong east wind. I wouldn't launch here. I really don't like running open water, number one, and number two, it's gonna be a rough ride. So when you're picking your spot where you're gonna go fishing at, try to understand the wind too, and launch in the appropriate spot that'll keep you out the wind. I'm not a big fan of wind, but I do use it sometimes to fish. But I try to pick areas where I can get out the wind and not have to run open water or rough water. This is Pelican Point, folks. It's on the New Orleans side of the Wrigley's. There's the bridge there. There's Fort Pike over there. You have another boat launch right across the highway over there. And you have a puppy boat launch where the trees are, but I wouldn't recommend it. Hi folks, this is Pelican Point. They got live shrimp, live croakers, dead shrimp. That's where they keep their live shrimp at right there. Costs you $5 to launch. Now from here you can launch, go straight into the Wrigley's, take a left, go fish the Lake Pontchartrain shoreline on the southeast side. You can also fish the flood wall, the hospital wall, Cedar Bayou, all that area up in there. And if you're a landlubber, you can follow this road out here. It takes you out to the Chef, and you can fish that. I don't know what the conditions are, whether you'll hang up or what, but it's a nice little place to try and learn it. So this is Pelican Point, folks. On top of the Wrigley's Bridge, folks, that's towards Lake Pontchartrain. Panorama around. That's the Wrigley's. To your right is Lake Catherine. Straight ahead is Wrigley's and Lake Bowen. Our next stop is going to be the Wrigley's Marina, which is I guess the most popular one that people launch at. Right as you come down the Wrigley's Bridge is the Wrigley's Marina, and a little further up to the left is Highway 433. I'm on Highway 90, so if you're coming this way, you can take I-10, 433, go east, and you'll hit Highway 90, and it's right there. But this marina here does most of the business. Live crocus, live shrimp, you name it, they got it all. As you can see, there's a hell of a lot more boats here than any other marina that we've been to today. One of these days when I get old, I'm gonna rent one of them condos over there. It's real nice on the inside. We had one of our Team JoJo sessions there. Matter of fact, it was our first, and they're real nice. See how the water's up, folks? I'm on Highway 90 heading east between Highway 90 and 190. This is a beautiful place, folks, to bring your kids, have a good time. Right now there's no water moving. Normally it's either falling or pouring in here. You can see it, there's the culvert right there. The people come out here with chicken necks and throw them out there and catch crabs, perch, bass, turtles, you name it, flounders. I mean, this is a ideal spot. Right now there is no water moving, it's dead right now. But they filled all this in, they pumped all the sand up in here. I don't know who, I guess it's a federal property, you know. You can see they're still working on it. And it's called Fritzy Marsh unit. Go straight back, you can launch your kayaks and get up in there and ride around in it. This is a bayou that runs parallel to 90, going towards Slidell 90 and 190. It's called Oyster Bayou. Right now there's no water coming through that culvert, but normally that water's pouring through there. Caught a lot of perch up around line there. Oyster Bayou dumps into East Pearl. I guess you have to launch right up here off of Highway 90 at East Pearl, go down river, and then turn into Oyster Bayou. I don't know if anybody's ever tried crawfishing up in there, but boy, it sure this looks good. All up in there. There's got to be crawfish up in there. I don't think it's deep water. You may need deep water nets, but I don't think it's deep. Look how pretty that is, folks. It's all fresh water. It's another little game reserve to fish. I love the oak trees, folks. There's a raccoon. There's a whole family of raccoons out there. See them running over there by the tree. Look at them. I love them raccoons, man. They used to tear my beagles up, but excuse me. Excuse me. Where's your mama at? But it's all good fishing back up in here, folks. Perch, bass, catfish. They got a number of alligators up in here too. But that is pretty, man. That is pretty up in there. Ouch. Ouch, kind of bumpy. Alright, we're on, I guess 190 going into Slidell. 90's behind me. This is the spot I like the best, man. How pretty that is. We fish all up in there. A friend of mine did me a oil painting of this. It's hanging over my bed. It is gorgeous. She did such a great job. And you got water going back that way. That goes to that body of water where I said that there's got to be crawfish. Look how pretty that is with all those cypress stones. Well, that's it, folks. I'm heading home.